to point out Rita Agarwal is the rising chair of the mental health initiatives beginning July 1st, and she has joined us this morning from Nagpur, India.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, welcome, Sue, right?
Yeah, yes, I am Sue here, but I'm joining from Atlanta.
Oh, okay. So who is the person, Bob, you mentioned?
Yes, Rita Agarwal is online. Rita, please say hello.
Uh, Hi, Bob, and hello to all present. I'm actually traveling and I'll be home in another 10 minutes,
Okay.
which will, so I'll be listening in, but you'll be seeing me in another 10 minutes.
Okay. Well,
Thank
welcome.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that, Bob.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. Well, welcome everyone. I put the agenda on the screen today that we have put together based on some things that we need to discuss. We'll see how much we get through, and we have subcommittees that work outside of this meeting. So never fear, the work will be done. Um, I put on here greetings from Cynthia Padala, who's also known as Sid, because there are two Cynthias on here. And so she chose to go by the nickname Sid. So you've heard from her already. Cynthia, would you like to say anything else before we move on with the agenda?
No, I'm good. Please go ahead, Cynthia.
She's a little bit under the weather. So thank you. Let's see, I see quite a few new people on here. And so we welcome you from Uganda. We see Flavia, who is with our parent Rotary Fellowship organization. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. But I see quite a few other people that I believe are also from the Uganda chapter. Flavia, would you like to introduce any of your co-members that are online?
Yes, hello everyone. Sorry, I cannot put on my video, but I'm Flavia. I'm here with Lillian.
Okay.
And yeah, I see on the Lillian. Okay.
Adam, is Adam part of your group? Or is that just the name that's on the screen?
Hello.
Hello, Adam.
Yeah, I'm Adam in Niger, District 9103, Niger, West Africa.
In West Africa. Okay, welcome. Welcome. Well, thank you all. I see Nita is here. Andre is here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And Sue, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So I put the agenda on the screen so we can move forward with everything. I put on there words of inspiration, and I put Andre down. She did not know that. So if she hadn't had a chance to prepare, I have something that I'd like to share that involves her. Andre, would you like to do that? Otherwise, I'll be happy to do the inspiration this morning.
I'll go ahead and keep you from talking about me. I'm a person who really loves reading, and as a child, I was read a poem that meant something to me later in life more than it did in the beginning, and I'll share it with you. I shared it with the Rotarians in South Africa a year or so ago, and it's challenging to us, but at the same time, it is us that will need to make it happen. And it says, "A candle divine, are you and I, the God has sent below. Like earthly stars, noble to light the trail that almost go. So candle divine, lift high your flame and let others share your spark. Least you and I behold too late the trail before us dark. Make the difference."
Mm, thank you. Thank you. I know you're always prepared. And for those who do not know, Andre is our past district governor with Rotary for District 6900. So thank you very much, PDG, for sharing that with us. It's certainly needed today
Thank you.
and every day. I ask that you look at the agenda, and if there's anything that someone would like to add or change, please let me know now if anything that you'd like to put on the agenda that's not already on there.
This is fine.
Okay. All right. So today we have a special guest speaker. As you may know, those that have been participating with us for the last few months, we've had members to introduce themselves. We have a saying that we heard and we've kind of adopted. You see my glory, but you don't know my story.
Mm-hmm.
And so we take the time each month to have one of the members of our organization to tell about themselves. But this morning, we're going to vary just a little bit. And we have, as I said, a guest speaker, Bob Anthony. You see our flyer that we put together that talks a little bit about Bob to introduce him, but I will share just briefly on there, especially for those that I see Ling Ling is asking that this meeting be transcribed by AI. She couldn't be with us. And so there are those who would like to know more about what we're doing and can't be here every time. So Bob Anthony is a Rotarian. He's a member of the Naples Club in District 6960. He is the executive director of Adolescence Wellness Incorporated, which I believe he founded.
Yes.
Okay. All right. He's also the chair of the Rotary Action Group that's dedicated to mental health initiatives. So today he's going to talk to us about prioritizing mental health. Bob received his MBA from DeVry University, Keller Graduate School of Management. Has a 20-year career in the I can't talk this morning, I don't usually say I need coffee, but I think I need something here. But he has a 20-year career in the tech sector. He moved to Naples from Boston in 2019 with his wife, Nancy, and they have 2 adult sons and 2 grandchildren. So please join me in welcoming Bob Anthony to talk to us about prioritizing our mental health. And Bob, just so that you'll know, PDG Andre had this as an emphasis during her year as district governor. So mental health is something that's important really to all of us. And while our Rotary Fellowship focuses more on empowering women, we have to start with a healthy mental health attitude and aspect. So I turn the floor over to you. And so everyone, please just join me in welcoming Bob with us today.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Cynthia, I can hear some passion ringing through in your voice, and I certainly have that passion for mental health initiatives. One of the things I founded Adolescent Wellness to achieve was to communicate what was actually proven and under our control as lay people. I had an early conversation with the head of school where my sons were attending, and he's long gone, but was one of the few heroes that I knew well, that I categorized as a hero. And I said, why aren't you doing ABC? And he said, I want to, and I have been trying to for years around this theme of, wellness and mental health within the school. But every time I put together a plan, and I consult with, the revered psychiatrist from McLean Hospital, he tells me what's wrong with it. So I redo my plan and then show it to the revered psychiatrist from Boston Children's Hospital, and he tells me what's wrong with it. And so I started Adolescent Wellness to have them simply document what they agree. And this is long before, the adolescent depression study or other evidence-based literature was available. We're talking 20 years ago. And so they did. They created a curriculum. That was the first resource that Adolescent Wellness promoted. Earlier, I'd mentioned the chair-elect of the Rotary Action Group for Mental Health Initiatives, Rita Agrawal. And Rita took that same curriculum. We're talking about something that was drafted 20 years ago. She took that same curriculum, which is in the form of a framework, and updated it with relevant slides from her region in Nagpur, and just did a remarkable introduction of normalizing the conversation with all age 14 grades for a handful of schools, 5 schools. So the reason I share that anecdote is because there's a lot of things under our control. And one of the things that one of the things that the Rotary Action Group on Mental Health Initiatives has done is try to identify things that work and share them. You've got things that work. We put together some basic things to get started if you're looking for something proven elsewhere to replicate. So I'm going to put up some slides now that talk a little more about these, what we call toolkits. The Rotary Action Group on Mental Health Initiatives does have a website. It's ragonmentalhealth.org. We're over 500 paid members, which I'm very proud of. And that's been helped a great deal through formalizing relationships with passionate districts. So 35 districts globally have gone with their current district governor, governor-elect, and governor nominee to make a 3-year commitment to mental health initiatives. And that is the path to being recognized formally as a district chapter of the Rotary Action Group on Mental Health Initiatives. So it gives you greater attention and visibility, both in your district and globally. The ragonmentalhealth.org website actually has 35 sets of subpages. So chapters can promote an event, can promote a fundraiser, can promote a local project, can promote a local need. So we're trying to have a wider conversation facilitated through the work that is done in the action group. And again, it's focused on sharing what works. So the toolkits that we put out are illustrated here. And perhaps you've seen one of these simple photographs, don't bottle it up, or how are you really, that we heard Gordon McAnally describe. So we've got some basic toolkits, and then we've got some more sophisticated toolkits. These are examples of basic toolkits, and the most basic, I think, is in the center. It can be used by an individual, PIP, creative problem solving. And creative problem solving, the term brainstorming has been around literally over 60 years. There's textbooks written on it. And there's actually a good body of evidence on its effectiveness. It does work. I was introduced to it a decade ago and was disappointed at the global conference on creative education because it had been so academically packaged. I mean, the textbooks are not thin, they're thick. And the courses I went to during the first conference, it's a 3-day conference, and I graduated with, level 1 in creative problem solving. So I had the opportunity to meet with really good facilitators from the Creative Education Foundation and a psychologist from William James College in Boston. And together, they put together a way to do the benefits of creative problem solving in a brief time frame. The important time was 20 to 30 minutes, so it could be within the time available for a standard classroom. So I've seen, if you go to the website and look at the PIP toolkits towards the bottom, there's actually videos of a facilitator in Nigeria who I've seen deliver this to a room full of, I wasn't present, but I've seen photos of him presenting this to a room of 330 people at one time. And I've seen him do it in Australia to a room full of 200 people using a blank piece of paper. So it is a skill that individuals can use. And it also is natural to do it with at least one other person as a sounding board. And its primary lesson, I think, is to defer judgment on what is the problem, because there's a lot of ways to frame the problem before you start solving it. And then also defer judgment on the solution. So a big part of this is just stopping as long as you can, at least seconds, but hopefully several minutes to develop a variety and inventory of ideas. I've seen this done in workshops where the full day was spent just generating ideas, wild, crazy, silly ideas, because one sparks another. And typically a really interesting solution can come from some combination of these silly ideas that may pop up. So that's PIP. I mentioned, launch your district chapter already. That's the paperwork behind it on the right. On the left, it's a reminder that we were so focused on helping others, that we're helping the community, that sometimes we're ignoring the person sitting at lunch or breakfast or dinner in the Rotary meeting, and perhaps even in the mirror. So the toolkit called Looking Inward is a reminder of expanding how we think about the 4-way test. And it includes a slide set, a slide deck that anyone can present to their club, just to A, normalize the conversation, B, develop some collaborators, some fellow volunteers who may have the same interest in a project you're considering. And there is actually a survey built into it that the members can complete through their phone in a couple of minutes during the presentation. And that gives feedback on ideas that the club may be missing about enhancing the well-being of its members. A quick example, I was surprised how many people felt, even after being at a Rotary meeting, regular membership for a decade, still felt they were not invited to, this table or that table. And a simple solution to that was once a month to assign seating, just to shake up the dynamics and have people actually talk to folks they don't talk to every week. So there's 1,000 ideas like that. And an example of an advanced toolkit is the one I labeled a lever. And it's about addressing the fact that medical innovation typically languishes about 15 years between the time it's proven and the time that it's widely adopted. And that's fine for a lot of problems. It's not fine for mental health. Rotary members have already proven that they can accelerate implementation of this new resource simply by introducing it and it's basically a package of education, both for the provider and for the consumer, including as young as age 6. And it's important because about 1 in 5 youth have symptoms of anxiety, depression, or ADHD. And the current statistics in the USA is there is a 10-year lag between first symptom, first diagnosis. And the problem is 10 million kids. We're looking at a youth population in the US of 50 million, 10 million of whom have these symptoms. And if you break them into categories of mild and moderate or severe, the vast majority are in that mild moderate category, 7.5 million. I mentioned the 10-year delay between symptom and diagnosis. There's also a reality that after diagnosis, most never get treatment. And the reason is there's not enough psychologists or psychiatrists. There's simply not enough to meet the demand. So the question is who else could diagnose and treat, including providing accurate medication only when it's required. And by definition, that has to be a nurse practitioner, physician assistant, family doctor, pediatrician. So I'm going to use the term family doctor to frame all of those, or to include all of those. So the innovation is that family doctors can now triage behavioral health in every well visit. So in the typical family, to get into school, you need to have a doctor's note that says they've had a checkup. And the doctors tend to have about 7 minutes, 15 at the outside. So one of the reasons these things get adopted so slowly is they can't do all the things they want to do already in the 7 minutes, the 15 minutes that they have available. And they screen now, typically, they universally screen every child, and so they can see as the youth comes into the room, the child or the teen, that they've either not scored positive for these symptoms or they have. And the default now is if they've screened positive, they get a referral to go see a specialist. And the specialist doesn't have time either. So as a result, the kid's diagnosed, but not much happens, certainly not quickly. So the big innovation here is that there's education that the pediatrician, the family doctor, the nurse practitioner did not receive. They left medical school and went to work, before adding a year for psychiatry and before adding a second year for child psychiatry. But the really critical information they can pick up very rapidly. And so that's been bundled by Boston Children's Hospital as a series of video clips. Khan Academy is kind of the model, if you will, where you can, in the time available, crank through a topic, complete the testing, and then move on to the next level topic. So that's available for the pediatricians. The issue of the magic wand of having enough time is addressed by guided self-management toolkits. And these are online, and you can take a look at them later, but they're basically highly colored, intended for a 6-year-old to work through, a 7-year-old, 8-year-old. Separately, there's the same content formatted for a teen. And separately, there's the same format, same content formatted for the long-suffering parent of a teen. So these are all available as digital files that the doctor accesses upon completing the continuing medical education. And so the goal is a change in the workflow. So if the screen, like a pediatric symptom checklist, shows mild or moderate symptoms, then you begin treatment, literally by handing the child this toolkit before they leave the office. And it's a lower level treatment, not medication. That's, coping skills development. But that's a big improvement over the default, which is the current mode in 3 out of 4 pediatric offices, which is refer out to a specialist who may not exist. So for that 10%, 20% of patients who are prescribed this guided self-management toolkit for ADHD or for anxiety, the front office then schedules an assessment to make time. And there are ways to get reimbursement. An example is code 99214. It's about a 20-minute discussion, follow-up, focused assessment to see if there's improvement in the screening score based on seeing these activities to develop better coping skills and knowledge. Or if there's not improvement, or if the symptoms are moderate, a discussion about medication occurs with the family. Both of these are better than referring out to a psychiatrist or referring out to a psychologist who may not have time for that patient. Often these are done together. It's fine to schedule with a psychologist or a psychologist, but the important point is that treatment has started. I'm really proud of these pictures. I received these yesterday, and so I updated the slide deck. So when you have a chance, check out buildingbridgesofunderstanding.org. That's the website dedicated to this whole set of resources that came from Boston Children's Hospital. On the left is if you will, the checkout area. It's a scheduling desk off to the left, and there's some expandable folders. That's a Rotary project, because what the pediatricians who were excited about implementing this new capability found is that they didn't want to email the digital file, for example, a toolkit for an 8-year-old on depression. They didn't want to email it for a variety of reasons. They wanted to hand hard copy. Well, the reality is they have a black and white printer, and these things are very colorful, as you might see on the front of the right-hand photo there. And there was always that moment when the printer jams at the busiest time of the day. So the local Rotary Club delivered about 20 of these toolkits on each topic for each age group, in the left-hand folder in English and the right-hand folder in Spanish. And it's a 2-bin system. If one bin on the left runs empty, there's a phone number. They call the local Rotary Club and they get a replenishment. And they're working from the second bin in the meantime. So they're always in stock.
One of the most challenging things about being a parent is just finding the balance. I have 5 daughters. They're all different. What might work for one might not work for the other. It's just hard. My kids have a big trauma in their life. My child's father passed away. When she was little, a teacher told us, she doesn't look at us in the eyes. She wouldn't sit still. In kindergarten, she couldn't pay attention. So we did see some things in Gianna, just like we saw in Micaela, but a lot more came out once their dad passed away. It just became even more difficult. I had a really hard time with math. The way they explained things to me was really confusing, and I just couldn't understand anything. Reading was a struggle, and I couldn't read any of the packets or anything of the instructions. So it was really hard to read and write. My anxiety was really bad, and I had panic attacks multiple times a day, every single day. That was probably the hardest point in my life. I just felt like everything was crumbling in on me. It's hard. It's very hard. I felt like I was drowning, but even worse, she felt like she was drowning. And I didn't know how to get her out of there. So I came to my doctor's office to ask for help. I met with Dr. Anzaloni and Dr. Tam, and then I was introduced to a toolkit.
One of the things that we focus on in our clinic is teaching basic coping skills. And one of the very helpful resources has been using the toolkits from Boston Children's Hospital. They teach small evidence-based ways to reduce anxiety, reduce depression, and manage behavior in general. And through teaching those skills, one, you can help individuals with all levels of severity, and it also keeps people from having unnecessary treatment, time, and costs.
To have it organized in a way that you can actually focus on each child's issue and have an ability to be able to manage each child personally and in a way that it's going to be meaningful for that child's issue is going to help her, because it can be overwhelming. But when we can give people the ability to organize it in a way that makes their lives easier and bless their children in a way that they can heal, empowers her.
When I read it, it just all clicked. It's kind of like, wow, I'm not the only one that's going through this. Not crazy. My kids are crazy. There's people that understand and other people that are going through the same things that I'm going through. So it helped me. It's amazing, honestly, what these toolkits can do. If you just read some of the information, it makes a lot of sense. It felt great. It made me feel better. I'm definitely doing a lot better these days than I was before. It was great. Today, the girls are doing good. They're much better. You know, every day we're still working on stuff, but much, much better. So girls have improved a lot. If you're a parent wrestling with this, I've been in your shoes. Read it, give it a try, and it works.
So just to wrap up, this is one toolkit. There's several on the site. A quick, outcomes measure from the docs. They before tested 50% accuracy on the topic, and after a 5-hour self-paced education, they reached 98% accuracy in the knowledge. More importantly, their confidence, which was at 41%, grew to 99%. And most importantly, their intention to treat behavioral health going forward scored 94%. And these are some of the technical outcomes. They really did drop referrals out and start handling cases inside, including medication. Like all things, Rotary can introduce this new capacity into every community. And it is practical for us to prioritize mental health in every community and maybe every project. So I thank you. And I see Rita Agarwal, who's the chair-elect for the Rotary Action Group, is also online.
Yes. Well, thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, Rita.
Hi. Thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Bob, for this presentation. Are there any questions before I ask questions or have comments? Anything from our group? I don't see anything in the chat, but you're welcome to unmute and to ask any questions you might have.
So I have a question. How did you actually reach out to the doctors and make them, be a part of this discussion or process?
It literally is something Rotary can do better than any other entity. It's networking. Who in the club knows a medical director? Who in the club knows a pediatrician? I mean, every parent knows a pediatrician. And so what we did was to separate this from the thousands of other things that are online, we physically printed the entire set of toolkits, and we printed the doctor's manual that they receive. There you go. So what Sid is showing is bound sets. Now, these are pretty fancy. I can ship a few, but you can also just print, the doctor's manual, which is thinner. And it gives the pediatrician or the pediatric care or the medical director in a 2-minute scan, they see the content and they see the quality and they recognize the difference in the approach. So it's physically networking, fighting hard to get the appointment, which is never easy, but then coming with a hard copy so they can quickly gauge whether this thing's worth pursuing.
Well, thank you. I know we have about 15 minutes before we close down our session today, but this has been very enlightening. My question is, I can see certainly the help for the children and the parents of children. With so many people not being diagnosed as they grow into adulthood, I think you said something about it could help adults, but is it helping adults deal with their children versus just helping adults that may have some of these issues to deal with? I guess I'm asking, is there a portion of it that we can share with adults who maybe are having some mental health challenges to do some of the self-assessments and move forward?
It was not intended for that, but I think that, as we teach, we actually learn from the student. So there's a byproduct of parents who are teaching this, better understanding their own situation and maybe how they're contributing to some of the challenges of the child or themselves. But that's a byproduct. That's not the intention.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. Well, obviously, a lot of work has gone into this, and it's great to see that it is working for those that are exposed to it and use it. And we certainly have information that we can share with other Rotary clubs and other people that we know. So thank you. And thank you, Sid, for connecting with Bob and inviting him to join us today. Any last questions or comments before we move to the next item on the agenda?
I just have a quick question, Bob. Thank you for sharing all this with us. Can you tell me, like right now, like how many children have you really impacted?
So that's the compelling statistic. One pediatrician averages over 1,000 youth. That's just their caseload annually. About 20% of them have symptoms, and typically half of them are not diagnosed. So, you get one pediatrician to change their workflow, you're diagnosing and treating 100 kids who would otherwise not be diagnosed and treated. The number of pediatricians who have taken that step is currently 2,500.
Quite a bit. Thank you.
Very
Amazing, amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
PD,
Sorry, could we please have Bob's contacts in the chat? I think I'm asking for a colleague who was thinking of forming a chapter on mental health in Uganda.
Yeah, Bob, actually, their RAGS team suggests that the district become a chapter more than just a group. So I think maybe I'll let Bob speak on that for a second.
So I do have a chapter that is mine. We're not very good. Rita has a chapter 3030. Would you spend a minute talking about what District 3030's chapter has done, Rita?
Yes, Bob, you want me to do the talking?
Yes, please.
All right. So having a chapter is very useful because the district chapter would consist of representatives or committee members, board members across the district. We prefer that you don't choose the board members from one particular club. For example, in my district 3030, we have about 101 clubs. So when we form a board and a committee, we try to choose each member from a different club. And then we are geographically spread on a very wide area. So what happens, the community needs of those particular areas are also different. I might want to focus on children and somebody else might want to focus on adults or women or geriatric population. So since the community needs are different and the geography is very widespread, when we take board members across the district, they do their own work in their area and we can guide them. And they can do their own projects in their area. So we do not concentrate on one particular club, but spread it across the clubs. And that's the beauty of it, because we also get to know the other members across the district, and we are connected in the entire district. And the district governor is there to help us. We started working as a chapter in the year after COVID, 2020, informally, and then we formalized in 2021. And it really helped us make aware the district about mental health, first aid mental health, depression, anxiety among adults and children. And we got support from the district governors all through. The current district governor, the nominee, the elect, all of them were supporting us. So we were able to spread mental health across the district. And today in 3030, mental health has become a focus area. We have achieved that because of the chapter and because of the representation from across the clubs. So chapter is a beautiful thing to work on rather than just a club committee. But you can work at the club level, you can work at the district level, you can work at the zone level, you can work at whichever level you feel happy about.
So club level, it'll be too short to give. But if you have a district level, and if the district governor agrees for it, it'll be a better having like you have 100 plus. Our district here has got 69 clubs, so we will be able to more impact on this chapter than to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cynthia, something to think about during your tenure, probably, or maybe before.
We are giving you, adding up something else for you, Cynthia.
I have 3 areas, but this is always at the basis of everything, I guess. Good mental health. So, so thank you. We'll see how we can continue to weave this in, because as I said, PDG Andre had really started this, and as you mentioned, RI President Gordon, was really high on this, and I think that what we see in society everywhere, we know that we need to focus on our mental health. So I think this is very good. Thank you again. And Bob has put his email as well as Rita's email in the chat. So please look at that and copy their information. If you'd like to talk to them outside of this meeting, feel free to contact them. They're willing to talk to you and help you address any issues or start any Rotary Action Group subgroups around this with them. Okay. Thank you. Thank you again very much, both of you, Bob and Rita. And again, thanks, Sid, for identifying them and bringing them to our meeting today. So if I can go back, if I can pull up our agenda And some of this, I think we're just going to have to talk through quickly. And you can give feedback when you, as we're able to. Okay. We had talked about having a holiday gathering of our members of our club here in America. And Sid had given us several dates to look at. We did not get a lot of confirmation. I think the most people had said tomorrow was the best date for them, but we haven't finalized anything. So I think we need to put it on hold and maybe talk to people through emails to see if a holiday gathering is something feasible this year. Otherwise, like during COVID, several of us just said, let's have a Zoom celebration and bring your favorite drink and your favorite snack. And we get online and we just share and talk that way. So
Cynthia, I think that will lead us to mental health if we have a drink and sit in front of the.
well, some favorites maybe tea or latte, but some might have another.
Whatever it is, we want that. We do not, we want the congregation. We don't want to be sitting with a drink alone and talking to it's a mission. I don't feel good about it. But let's see where we can squeeze in or do something about it.
Well, that gathering will be able to also include our sisters from around the world in our holiday celebration, and our Andre, who's 4 hours away. So we can think about it. We can certainly.
We can go to Andre's place. Andre can just. Andre can do our Christmas party in our house, and we all can go. I am volunteering her.
I hear you. So anyway, we still need to work on that. So we'll be in contact with everybody on whether we do a holiday gathering or we could do two. We could do those who are available that would like to get together, in person. And we can do something, to just make it available for all of our sisters and brothers around the world that would like to join us in some type of holiday celebration. Okay, so we won't just get rid of it. We'll see how else we can pivot and do something. We have started working on the Women of Impact Award ceremony for next year. And I say I put Patty, Cynthia, Andre, and Verda. And I think Maxine has been kind of our core group.
Yeah.
Trying to work on this. So we meet on
Neeta
Thursday.
Sardana.
Okay. Every Thursday around 4 o'clock. We meet and we talk about the other issues that we can discuss in an hour's time. So we are identifying hotels or other event places, and we hope to have prices and everything that we can look at within the next week or so. I guess a week after Thanksgiving. Next week is Thanksgiving. So the following week, we'll look at trying to see about finalizing. We went through dates to try to see what is a good date. And I know we started this with trying to recognize the International Women's Day, which is March the 8th. A lot of things are going on March the 8th. March is Women's History Month, at least here in America. But we have a lot of Rotary things going on then. And members had commitments, so forth and so on. So once we started looking, we really pushed this date out until May. So we're looking at perhaps the first Saturday in May, not to conflict with Mother's Day, which is the next weekend, and then graduations, start in May. So again, we hope to have everything finalized within the next 2 weeks to bring to you to talk about a location and get the consensus of the group on that. In the meantime, we want you to start considering women to be nominated this year for the award. While we nominated, I think, 33 members last year, and we chose 11. We did it like the Academy Awards, where you had 3 nominees and 1 person was chosen. This time it's recommended that we just choose the awardee and not go through the Academy Award type presentation. So we'll have fewer members, probably fewer people to recognize, but we want them to continue to be outstanding as you women who were recognized last year are. We'll get you out the nomination form so that you can kind of see how the criteria that we're looking for, and being able to talk to the women nominated to see if they will be willing to accept the nomination. We do want people to be there in person to receive the award. Last year, we had them to do a 1-minute video and put some things on their Facebook page or on their website to help to recognize our organization. So there are quite a few things that go into the nomination, and we'll get that to you. We'll see if we need to change anything for this year. So the programs any questions on that or any concerns about that?
No.
Okay. All right. The program's in progress, and we need members to select a project on which they would like to serve or you would like to serve. So I put question marks about some of these dates because we haven't finalized them, and the dates are getting up on us, or the months are getting up on us. We talked about an economic empowerment project for November. I think that's probably going to need to change unless something's already being done that we can say, we can put our name associated with it and help in some way. We've talked about, I put this, the economics of women's health, the menopause advocacy webinar. And we've spent a lot of time talking about that. Nita is one who really raised that issue at our awards program last year and has been a champion of this. So we're looking to try to do this on a Zoom basis as a webinar in January, the last thing we talked about. So if so, we need to finalize that, finalize a date. We were talking about whether to do it on a weekend or a weekday. So if you have any thoughts on that, will you put it in the chat before we close down? Because we talked maybe 10 to 12, I believe we said, on a Saturday. And even if we did it on a weekday, should we start at like 8 to 10 and then people have the rest of their day available? Or should we do it 11 to 1 around lunchtime, but during a work day rather than any other time, rather than a weekend? So if you have some thoughts on that, please let us know. Otherwise, we'll be sending out a survey to try to get your input on that. As I said, we're working on the Women of Impact Award program, which is a program of the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women, Georgia chapter. So we're looking at May 3rd, tentatively, on that. And then our Rotary International Convention in Canada is June 21st through the 25th. We have submitted in conjunction with our parent organization out of Uganda to be able to do 2 seminars there at the conference. So we're working on that and finalizing what we submitted what we wanted to do, so we just need to make sure it's polished and together. I listed here the different things that are happening in District 6900 and Rotary International that would cause us to have a conflict with any dates that we try to choose for our particular, oh, it's not working, for our particular activities. So most of you who are in Rotary probably already have these dates, but just want you to know what we're working against. So we have, I'm going to go quickly because I know you can read, but January 25th is our district leadership training. So assistant governors and district leaders will be involved in that, and that's on a Saturday. Then we have our PETS, which is president-elect training session on February 28th to March 2nd. So that kicked out our March 1st deadline, date that we were looking at for the International Women's event. Then we have a district assembly in Columbus on March 29th. That's Saturday. They moved our zone district learning seminar to April 5th and 6th in Jacksonville. Our district conference for this year at Jekyll Island, and that's going to be with all 3 districts in the state of Georgia, which is a first. But it will be April 24th through the 27th down at Jekyll Island. And as I mentioned, the Calgary International Convention is in June. So we were trying to squeeze in our activities. And so I've put this, if I did it correctly, everybody has this that's connected with WhatsApp. I also sent it by email to the core group to try to get feedback on anything I need to add on that. In terms of other business, we're finalizing our organizational structure. We've been in touch with Flavia, her group, and RI to make sure that we're doing the branding correctly for our organization here in the United States that's following the Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. We're looking at setting up appropriately a website, maybe a landing page on the original group's website, and then figuring out how to then have ours, an email address that's appropriate. And we will only use Women of Impact for our awards event. So everything else should be branded, as we're told, Rotary Fellowship for Empowering Women. So, so you'll see less and less of Women of Impact, except as it relates to our awards program. Okay. We're also working on setting up a 501c3 so that when we get sponsors and other people who may want to donate to the work that we do, it will be tax deductible. Anything, Sid, Patty, Andre, I didn't see Verda on our call today. Judge probably had some other commitment.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
other comments you'd like to add before we close out?
So the core committee consists of Verda and also Neeta Sardana. If we can add her name also.
Yes, yes, of course. Okay.
Yeah, so these are the 6 people who've been meeting every week, and we've been making decisions and progress accordingly. So that's the core committee, and everybody is welcome to be a part of the core committee. We just need some commitment, that's all.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, Nita. I was doing this at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No
Yes, you
worries.
were.
I'm new. I'm a new member here, so I totally understand. No worries.
No, but
No, 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 no.
been driving one of those workshops in particular, so how could I forget? So I do apologize. Okay. So that's our core group that meets on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. And as Sid said, anybody that would like to join us, just let us know and we'll make sure that you have the Zoom link to get on there. Okay. So our next meeting of this group will be Thursday, December 19th. We know we're moving into the other holiday season. We're starting now for Thanksgiving for those who celebrate and other holidays. So, but the next meeting right now will be Thursday, December 19th at 8 o'clock, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. And thank you those who are in other time zones for joining us. And as we close out, I'll ask if there are any final comments, questions, concerns that anyone would like to share with us right now.
I put in the chat a date for that you had asked for during the week or weekend for one of the activities you had listed.
Okay.
And I put a Saturday from 10 to, I think from 9 to 11 and add 10 to 12. And my reason for saying that is that in my community, we've had physicians to come in and work with us on health issues, and they have been free during those times on Saturdays. It said they said it worked better for them than during the week because they're very busy. So I just share what has been successful when we've had physicians to speak for us.
Okay. All right. So I don't see that in the chat. Did you send it directly to me?
No, I just put it in a conversation. Wait a minute. Yeah, I did. Maybe on a Saturday I sent it to the host.
Oh, okay. All
Uh-huh.
right. I don't have it.
You don't have it?
No, that's okay.
No. Well,
I'll check and then I can
If you send it
post
to
it
the
across.
post, it's probably Cynthia has it.
I'll check and then I can forward.
Well, let me see if it's everybody.
Okay. So I do see those who are saying thank you that want to work with us on mental health and looking forward to the next session. Thank you very much. All right. So that's a good point. Andre, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just see about how we do that. Okay. If there's nothing else, Sid, Patty, Nita.
Yes. There's nothing much, and we are not meeting this evening for the.
Oh no,
Okay.
we are, Patty. We have to finalize few things.
I heard
so.
some December 19th, so I got a little bit of a confusion. Okay.
No,
No, the core committee is meeting
at 4 o'clock
today.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. Dr. Maxine, if you will stay on a minute when everybody hangs up, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I sure will. And Sid, can you send me that meeting invite for 4 o'clock? I don't have it.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you from around the world. We love this connection. We've been telling so many people about you, so I think our group will grow.
Anita, let me ask you. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Cynthia, could we get a list of telephone numbers and names of who we are and send out to everybody? Because we might want to reach out to each other on an individual basis, and if we just had a directory, it would be wonderful.
Okay.
I'll work on it.
All right. We can do that. Sid and I can work on that.
It would be so helpful.
All right. So are you talking about primarily the US people, USA?
I'm talking about, we have so many people that we have people that joined us. And if they put their contact information in, I don't just want people to join. I want to have a relationship. So
Right.
if we know each other and we're able to contact each other, and we are putting people on committees, I don't even know them. So my thing is that you guys might know these, but I think members need to know who we're working with and what we're doing. I just think it makes for a more cohesive relationship.
Yeah, and maybe even put in there where they're from. So we
Exactly.
know if they're from
So we'll
Africa
know
or
what,
from
and
US. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's very important to do that, because Sue, you and I met, and I approve your grant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
Very good.
I'm one of those that's really excited about that.
I appreciate that. Thank
We
you.
got something else hanging in the closet we're trying to get done too, trying to find where our money is for the global grant. But yeah, I'm very happy about that. And I was very impressed with the grant.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Congratulations.
someone joined from Thames, London also.
Right.
Tina?
And we just need to know.
Milana Kai was on here for
Right. And we don't, so
our
you know,
radio personality. Oh, she's still on. Okay.
Yeah. So we need to know who we
Hello
are.
there. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Very nice meeting you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hi, sorry, my phone was on mute. Hi, everyone. Thank you for a great session.
Well, glad you were able to join us today.
Yes, I'm traveling. I'm heading back to Atlanta right now, and I thought I was going to be back 2 weeks ago, but I'm literally just making it back, and my award is waiting for me, and I can't wait to grab my award, take a picture, and I will put it on the WhatsApp chat. So thank you all.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
She received an award from us last year, but was unable to make it at the last minute.
See, that's great. That's great news. That's great
Kai,
communication.
Radio personality. I'm saying radio. I'm sure she's I know she's more than that.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate being connected with this group.
Okay.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
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 You.
See you next
Bye-bye.
time.
Thank
Bye.
you so much for that.
Okay.
You guys at 4.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Are you able to catch the chat? Save the chat.
Yes.
Okay, with information in it. Some people are putting their telephone numbers, address.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have all that. If you want, I can put it in our WhatsApp group also. Yeah.
Yes, but
I think
also let's put it on email. Again, some people are not as comfortable with WhatsApp. So
Yes.
where we have email, let's just put it WhatsApp and emails. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll make a directory with the person's name, telephone number, email, city, state, or country. And what we'll add to it is their category of, I guess, classification, just so that we know what each other does in terms of background, so that we'll be able to contact as appropriate.
Right.
Okay. So it's not saying we can only have one real estate agent or 2 bankers or anything like that. The classification is not for that. It's just so that we know the background of the people that are joining us. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Maxine, I'll stay on to talk with you shortly.
Okay, I'm here.
Briefly. Okay.
Bye.
Gonna close this down. Bye-bye, Patty.
Bye. You all have a good Thanksgiving, and if we are not meeting next week.
All right.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Yes,
Oh,
okay,
yes, that's
bye-bye.
right. We will not meet on next Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll meet today, but not next Thursday. Okay. Take care, Patty. I'll call you.
Okay, bye-bye. Sure,
Okay.
bye-bye.
Okay, Dr. Maxine.
Hey there.
Hey, how are you doing?
Oh my God, I'm tired. I've been working on like these major grants, staying up all night long, trying to get everything submitted. Everything was due today. So I have a whole team of people. I've been working with Are you familiar with V103, Odyssey, and Radio One and all of them? We're in the
Okay.
process of we're writing this humongous grant together, and it has just been a chore. But it's good. It's good. It's good.
Well, that's good. Well, I wanted to make sure that you saw the letter from our Rotary Club.
No, when did you send it?
Earlier this week. It was welcoming you to the
Where is
club.
your stuff going to my spam? Hold on one second.
It's not from me, it's from Stone Mountain Rotary email
Hold on.
address.
Let me see. Hold on. Stone Mountain.
Uh-huh. Stone Mountain Rotary.
Let's see. Hold on.
I sent it to Maxine at STEMatlantawomen.org.
You said it's called it's Stone Mountain Rotary?
Uh-huh.
I don't see anything. Hold on. And what day did you send it?
Let me go back and look at it. It might have been, what's today?
Today is the 21st.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm looking in junk. I'm looking in spam.
Okay, sent.
Did you send it to Maxine at STEMatlantawomen.org or .com?
.org. Maxine at STEM, STEM, women.org. Okay, and I sent it Wednesday, 12th, Wednesday. That was yesterday. That can't be. Let me see.
I'm looking. Do you want to resend it?
Oh, yes, it was. It was 12. Oh, I sent it before then, but it says 12:27 p.m.
27
Because I
p.m.
sent it before I went to a doctor's appointment yesterday at 8 o'clock.
All right, let me see. Yesterday at 12.
It says 12:27 p.m.
I don't have it. I see I have a 12:01, a 12:08, 12:13, 12:40, and 12:47, 12:48.
Okay.
I don't see it. Let me see. Let me look one other place.
Now. Okay.
Another place and see if it went to junk.
Maxine.
And you said 12.
It's STEM, not STEAM, right?
Right, it's STEM.
Uh-huh.
Looking in the junk mail. Hold on. No, I don't have it. Looking clutter. If you don't mind resending it, I don't have it at all.
Just send it again. I just forwarded it.
Okay, I'm gonna see if it comes through.
Okay.
And I know that I was gonna ask you too, like those meetings that they're saying that they're having on Thursdays. I don't have a meeting invite for any of those.
I don't think she included you on the
Okay.
third.
So I felt bad. I mean, they said they've been meeting every Thursday and we've been there. I'm like, I haven't been in any of those meetings.
I think you've been part of this one time a month meeting. I think
Yeah, just that one. But I know that I went to with them. I met them at the Westin Peachtree Plaza. The last time they went to go look, me and Nita and Vita and all of us were there. And they told me that they wanted me to be a part of the conversation and that they met on Thursdays
okay,
and get a meeting invite. And then I know she invited me to come and present
right.
at one of their meetings. And I'm like, what day was that? Because I don't have that either. And I'm like, okay, am I missing something? Because I don't have any of them on my calendar.
Okay. Well, she'll make sure that you're added, and I'll make sure that she makes sure that you're added.
Like
Oh,
I think she wanted me to meet, but I don't. I'm looking at my calendar all month for the month of November. I have no Thursday meetings at 4.
okay. All right. So I just resent this. Have you received it yet?
Not yet. Let me refresh. Let me have your email and let me send something to you.
Okay. Now this is again, I sent it from Stone Mountain.
Going in here, let me look at inbox, and I'm looking at my junk.
Okay, it's send it to Stone Mountain Rotary at gmail.com. Stone Mountain Rotary at gmail.com.
All right, Stone Mountain Rotary at gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
Right, one moment. Let me see. Here we're doing a
Just put
test.
yes.
I just sent it to you, so it should be coming over. I don't see anything on here. We wanted to.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
I sent it to 4 people. This is about you're being inducted and sending you the link to pay the dues.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And,
Did you get the email that I just sent you?
yours, yeah.
See if you can respond back to that one. Because I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe you can. I'm gonna look at junk again. Stone. Okay, I just got it. It's been going to my junk. I just got the Stone Mountain Rotary. Let me fix that. Hold on. Yes, it went to my junk. Let me make sure that I'm going to tell it this is not junk.
Okay. So I don't need to resend it.
You just with the one that you just resent, I got it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, hold on. Not junk.
Okay.
Report that this is not junk.
Okay.
All right, let me go over here. See if I put it back in my inbox. Okay, I got it. Okay, so now I can see it. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you said something because it went straight to junk mail. Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay, I see. Yep. You went sent it Wednesday at 12:27 yesterday.
Yeah, but I sent it, like I said, I had a doctor's appointment at 8 something. So I sent it out at 7 something. I noticed time is something wrong, must be wrong with my computer because even Cynthia's notices will say we're meeting at 9 p.m. And I'm like, we're not meeting at 9 p.m. So that's
Maybe you need to go into your settings and make sure that you have your settings with the time zone set up.
yeah,
But that's
because
weird. Were you trying to schedule this email? Maybe when you scheduled it? No?
I sent it because I sent it to 4 of you that we're looking at bringing all of you in, inducting you on December 3rd. And one lady responded back to me because I said, if you wanted to bring anybody, let us know. And she said she was coming past.
Absolutely.
My
Okay,
clock,
I'm gonna read all this. This is good. So, and is there a link for me to pay?
yes.
Yeah,
It,
I see it. I see it. The PayPal. Got it.
but I said, if you prefer paying by check or whatever, I would meet you because the
Oh,
mail.
no. I can do it online.
Okay.
I can do it online.
Yeah, this at the bottom of my computer, it says 9:24 a.m. But people
Yeah.
put on my calendar, it comes up with a different time. Like I meet every Monday morning at 8 o'clock with our district governor line, and the time will say something like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it
Oh,
looks
wow.
like 5 hour something in my computer is doing a 5 hour delay because if I sent your
Oh, wow. That can
7
be
something
detrimental.
shows up 12, and this she's putting Women of Impact projects at 9 p.m. We're really meeting at 4. See, so
Who
that's
are you with? Are you with who's your email service?
Comcast.
You got your email through Comcast?
Yes.
I would
Internet,
probably
internet through Comcast.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like, so you got maybe you contact Gmail and let them know like you created a Gmail, but you're on the Google Gmail system, and maybe you can see if there's a customer service person through Gmail and let them know what you're having. Like it's sending these emails out at different times. Or who's your computer with? Is it an HP or Apple or
It's old and I need to probably get it cleaned up. It's what is my printer is HP. I'm trying to see what my computer is. You know, it doesn't have that old tower on it anymore.
yeah,
Uh,
it's probably about time for you to get a new computer.
Lenovo. My,
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's probably pretty old. It's probably time. That should be a Christmas present for you. You should have a new computer.
yeah, because I'm getting so much junk. I've taken it into the shop and some things are garbled. And then,
Yeah, you probably need to go in and delete. You may have a virus on it.
okay,
Yeah, you may have a virus on it.
I may take it in again. I keep thinking I'm gonna take it when I'm out of town and I don't need it. And then I don't get a chance to do it. But I may just do that and use my laptop for a while and
Oh
see.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, I thank you so much for this letter. I'm so glad you told me because I'm like, I did not see this email and it was sitting over in the junk file. I'm like, so I'm gonna have
I know you're so busy
I
and I
just
know you were
appreciate I am
interested
because I
in
mean I never
following
would have saw
through.
it. I
Yeah.
never would have saw it.
So our district governor is going to be there that day, as it says, and so
Uh-huh.
he'll be able to participate in your induction.
Nice.
And so we thought we'd start with the ribbon cutting in Clarkston, but then we said, no, let's start with our business meeting first. And
Mm-hmm.
we go over to Clarkston. If you're able to stay, then the mayor is going to be there. And we did this story walk. We got a, I don't know if I put all that in the letter, but we had a $5,000
Yeah,
competitive.
it's in here. Uh-huh.
And so they have these books in structures where you can walk through and read a page at a time. The kids can
Mm-hmm.
read, the parents can read. It's called the Story Walk. Some women started this nationally, and we just found it and we decided to do it. So anyway,
Nice.
we never did a
Nice.
ribbon cutting for it. So this is just going to be our chance to highlight Rotary in the community. And
Mm.
planning to probably go to an Afghan restaurant to have lunch afterwards. For
And on the third,
uh-huh,
what's an Afghan restaurant? I've never had that.
I know. Me, this is in Clarkston. So,
Mm.
so when we finished the ceremony in the park, we said we would just go to the restaurant and eat, those that wanted to stay.
And you know what I was gonna tell you? I was laughing with Nita. I mean, not Nita, but Patty. I think we should definitely should have a holiday gathering.
Oh,
And I think most people will come. You know, we just have to. Are you planning it yourself?
am I planning the holiday luncheon?
Uh-huh.
Uh-uh.
Who's planning
That's
it?
Cynthia. That's Cynthia that was trying to get us together.
Well, I think it'll be great. I don't definitely don't want to do Zoom because we are so on Zoom like every day, all day long. We're like, we want to get out, be social. I'm already scheduling dinners and lunches with friends, and I'm like, hey, yeah, it's time to wind it down
Okay.
and just take a break and get out of the house and just because right now my ball is just getting crazy. We're trying to get it all done. And so after the 15th, we
Oh,
just shut down. We just shut down. So did you touch base with the ladies to
you
see
know,
if they
I
were
did,
interested?
and I need to get names. I think there were a couple of us had commitments. We thought it was nighttime. Oh, you know what though? I'm canceling going out of town that weekend. So I
Yeah.
may be able to come.
Yes, December the 15th, and I'll send you the official, email invitation. It's December the 15th, and it's from 3 to 7.
Okay. So if we don't have a full table, is it okay to invite my husband to come with me?
You could bring your husband anyway.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you can bring your husband anyway. So just let me know just how many people you have that, want to come. And I'll
Right.
just make sure that we just have seats for them.
Okay. I will talk to Sid, in fact, at our 4 o'clock meeting, or maybe I'll send her a note to send out to people because I think he sent me, we saw that beautiful invitation.
Thank you. But I can actually send you an official invitation via email
Okay.
specifically to the Rotary Club. And then
Okay.
that way you have a document that you can share if you like.
Okay.
Finding out how many people are interested in coming, and they just need to know that it's a private invitation from you guys for them to join you. And
Okay.
that way I'll know, and we'll just make sure that you guys have your own table and so on and so forth.
Wonderful. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Oh my God, thank you. You guys have done so much to support me, and I want to make sure that we are sharing the love.
Okay. There's somebody's trying to join us now. So I'm going
Okay.
to tell her the meeting's over. But are we
Okay.
through? I mean, I'm through. I just wanted you to see that.
I got it. I'm going to read over it. I'm going to send you back this information, and I'm going to send the money and all that in a little bit.
Thank you. You have
You're
a
very
blessed
welcome. And I'll send you that email invitation for the ball too, so you can share that at your meeting.
All
And then
right.
if you can remind Sid that if there's any meetings that I'm supposed to be on,
Okay.
that I need to get links for. I don't have anything for Thursday's meetings.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, and look, I know this lady's coming in, but the mayor of Clarkston I'm going to admit her and then tell her the meeting's over. Okay, but I want to tell you this. Hold on. The mayor of Clarkston um does something once a month with young kids, and she's had a focus on STEAM. So I think I sent you the article on her,
In
but
the email that you sent?
in another, maybe in the WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
If
Okay.
you don't see it, I'll send it to you privately. Okay.
Yeah, send it. Let me look. I'm looking at the
Because I
WhatsApp
thought
right
that
now.
might be a good connection for you. She's doing it with early learners. And there was a long article in Decatur-ish newspaper about the work that she's been doing with
Yeah,
young.
send it to me. I'm looking in the chat right now.
Excuse me, Rachel. Rachel, will you unmute, please? Uh, hello, Rachel.
Hello, good morning or good evening.
How are you?
I'm sorry about my network. I'm very well, thank you. My name is Rachel.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
one of the Rotary Roses members.
Okay. Well, we're glad that you came. The meeting is over. We just do 1 hour.
I can't put on the Zoom because I'm driving. I'm sorry.
Okay, no
I
problem.
can't put on the video because I'm driving unless when
Okay, that's no problem. I'm
earlier than
just
expected.
meeting with
Otherwise,
one.
there's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, I'm meeting with one member
Okay.
after the meeting. So she and I are talking on some other issue, but the meeting has ended. So, but thank you for joining us, and we look forward to you joining us on December 19th from 8 to 9 a.m.
Oh, the meeting has ended.
Yeah, the meeting has ended. It's from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm not sure what time that is in your but I did want you to be hanging since I was still
Now
on.
it's exactly
And I saw you were in the way.
5. I couldn't tell that I didn't read the whole forum. When I read, I just assumed it's going to be at 5. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. So are you in Uganda? Uganda?
I'm in Uganda. Yes, I'm in Uganda, but not in
Okay.
Kampala,
All right.
though.
Well, we had quite a few people from
Yeah.
Uganda online with us, but Flavia and I can't remember everybody
Oh,
else's name, I'm sorry, but we did have quite a few,
Kimberly.
and we look forward to having you join us if you're
Oh,
available on December
okay.
19th. December 19th,
December
8 to
19th?
9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay?
Okay.
So you have a great
Okay.
day.
Okay. That will be great. I'm happy to see you
All right.
and to hear from you, and I will get the details
Okay.
from them.
Very
Thank you
good.
very
Thank
much for
you.
hosting us.
Okay. I look forward to learning more about you and getting to know you.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, Dr. Maxine, I will send you the article on Mayor Beverly Burks.
Okay, that'd be great. I would love to see what she's doing and meet
Yeah.
her and see how I can support her.
And she plans to be at the event on December 3rd when we have
Okay.
the ribbon cutting.
Okay.
So that'll give you a chance to meet her too if you're able to spend that much time with us that day.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I'm gonna look at the calendar, try to block off. How much time do you think that everything will be from
we ask that you be at FODAC a quarter to 10 at least.
mhm.
We're gonna
So
start
okay,
the
so
meeting
9:45 and then to how long you think?
so
Just to get everything in.
from 10 to about 3.
Okay, 3 p.m. Let me look and see if I can do it.
If
Let
you
me see
stay
what's
for
on the
lunch.
calendar right now.
Yeah, if you stay for lunch.
December 3rd. I had it on my calendar from 12:15 to 1:15. Is that
Yeah,
right?
that's normally, but with the district governor's visit, this district governor doesn't want to just talk. He wants to see what we're doing in the community.
Let me ask you this. Did you plan for me to be attending these meetings? The 12:15 to 1:15?
Yes.
So when did you guys have your last meeting?
Um,
Wait a minute, I have something on December 3rd. Wait a minute, let me go back. Have y'all been having meetings? Because I think I just started getting these invites.
yeah, Cynthia decided to put it on your calendar.
Okay.
So
That was,
accept it. But
hold on
we
one second. What's
we
today? Today is, so y'all had a meeting yesterday.
no, we didn't. We meet the first and second Tuesdays.
Okay, let me
The
see.
first Tuesday, we meet in person at Georgia Piedmont Technical College, 12:15
Okay.
to 15.
So when is your next meeting?
The December 3rd.
Oh, okay, I got that one on there. I got it.
And then we would meet then December 10th. The second
Got
meet
it. I got it. Mhm.
is only on Zoom at this point. But
Okay.
most of the meetings can be accessed by Zoom.
Got it.
But we try to, meet in person. And then
Yeah, I like that.
the third week, we're trying to do what we call Rotary Means Business and identify
Mhm.
business location that we would go to and meet and support them or take a tour of a local business, something like that.
Okay, got it.
And to support them, but also to attract people to come join us.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
Well,
fourth
that is amazing.
and then the fourth week, we're doing service projects. And so I'm
Okay.
listing of a lot of different organizations and service projects that we've done. And so I'm going to send it out. I'm not the service projects chair, but he's a teacher. And he's really over the Rotary group, the high school group at Redeem
Mm-hmm.
High School. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to help and I put a little synopsis of each organization, and we want someone to champion to say, okay, I like this organization. I'll take charge of this one to get our group to volunteer here.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
That's
Well,
the
this is good. It's a lot going on. It seems like you guys have it all together.
we're
This is
trying to
great.
get it together. Trying to get. We have
And
a
how many people are in the
we're
chapter
trying to
now with
grow.
you, the Stone Mountain?
I'm sorry.
How many people are in your chapter now in the Stone Mountain chapter?
Small. It's about maybe I think it's 14 in the parent group, but we split into two, and it's about 18 that are they meet, they call it a satellite club, and they meet once a month on Zoom. They have no speaker, and they just report what they've been doing in service projects during the month. Many of
Oh,
them travel, and so they're not able, and many of them have been longtime members of our parent group. But when Rotary said you can have a different format for your meetings, you don't have to meet every week. That's why we changed our format. We meet twice per month and then do other things. Okay.
oh, nice, nice. Well,
Uh,
let me know how you think I can best fit. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm just looking forward to meeting everybody. That's a good thing. I always say, it's not about the size of the group, it's about the impact and the work that you do
it
and the
is.
reach. Like if you may have 14 people, but
Mhm.
they may have, hundreds of thousands of folks in their
Right.
reach.
Right.
If you really think about what's the reach of the people and what we're doing. So
And
it sounds good.
when I joined in 2009, there might have been 2 or 3 Black people. The group was about 40. It's never been really more than 42, 43 people, period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mostly white male. Now it's almost all Black females.
All right now. That's good. That's good. That
We
is
have,
so good.
so it has changed. I was the first Black female president they had. I was the second Black female president they had several years later. And not that we didn't have Black females in the group, but they didn't want to take uh, leadership. Okay.
Okay.
And one was supposed to be, and she was with Georgia Military College.
Hmm.
She was preparing for her role, and they gave her another assignment with no more people, and she resigned.
Oh,
So
wow.
scattering, trying to find a guy a Black guy, Bahamas, who had been the president before, stepped in. I couldn't do it because I was assistant governor by then. And so I support 5 other clubs. And
Oh,
so he's
my.
85 years old, or was. He's older than that now. But he took it
Mm.
in half a year when we were able to we tried to get a president-elect, and a president nominee, so that you have 3 years or 2 years to get ready to be president. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we don't have a president nominee right now. So
Oh,
we,
wow.
so but anyway, other clubs are having presidents that have been in 6 months. So it's just
Mm.
if people will take on leadership, and then there's a lot of help and a lot of training, to be able to help you function. But anyway, long story short, now we have a Black female president elect. And
Amen. That's good. I'm so glad to hear that.
yeah,
Well,
and
I'm going to read this email. I'm going to respond to you. I got to get ready. I got to get dressed for this 11 o'clock meeting I got to go
oh,
to.
sorry about that. Okay.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I am just so thankful. So, so thankful. And I'm just looking forward to serving in the Stone Mountain community. I tell people all the time, being from Atlanta, I do so much stuff outside of DeKalb County, but I really want to impact DeKalb County.
Well,
I'm everywhere doing work, but I don't do a lot of work in DeKalb. And that's one of the reasons I got to follow back up with um Lorraine.
Frank,
She said,
yeah.
did you sign up? did you sign up on our portal, our DNI portal for DeKalb County? And I said, I haven't done that, but I need to. But
Yeah.
she definitely wants me to help do some work in the STEM space in DeKalb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's been on my mind to send her the email so I can get with her too. So
I know, don't you think how it's so crazy? She's making herself available, but we just don't even have the time. That's
exactly. But I'm gonna make it, because
yeah.
we don't have this access too often,
No, you don't. You really don't. Well, if you need any help, if anybody need any help with the holiday event, let me know. There's a lot of places that we can host it.
Oh,
And I have 20 years of event management experience. I told Sid that too. At Verizon, I did our corporate event planning for 14 years as a part of my role in HR. And then I started my own event planning company back in 2000 and shoot, 15. And then I transitioned to STEM Atlanta, but I still do all the events. So if you need any help, with this holiday party, holiday gathering, let me know.
well, look, let me say this. I want you on my district conference committee.
Okay.
Or when my district conference, if God says so, is in 2027.
Okay.
But we're looking for spaces now. Greenville, South Carolina is where I'm looking. And I need to
Okay.
get some prices on Hilton Head. But I've kind of started laying out what I want the conference to look like and gathering people, not gathering, asking people to serve in different areas. And so we need a conference chair. I won't put you to have to be a conference chair as a new person, but I certainly want you to help.
Oh, I would love to help.
By
Would
then,
love to help.
you
So
would have been in Rotary 3 years, and I could ask you to be a conference co-chair even now.
yeah, whatever you need me to do, once you figure out, what's appropriate, I'm willing to help. I told you that before.
This
Whatever
is,
you need me to do, I will do it. I will do it.
I did event planning, for a while, as a little small business out of Chicago. So I have some of the skills, but I'm looking for creativity too, so that I just
Mhm.
don't do it all myself.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
want people
Yeah.
involved so that everybody will feel like, this is a conference I want to be a part of because I've helped and my
Absolutely.
ideas are here. So when we have more time, I'll meet with you and share some of the things I'm thinking about. Okay?
Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So
See?
I just want to make sure that I'm not missing me. I'm really bad about, I'm like a stickler on not missing meetings. And the thing that with me, if it's not on my calendar,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen. It
Yeah.
does not happen because I'm so packed. So if you
Okay.
can make sure that people know that about me, that it has to be on my calendar
I will.
because it is just insane, just amount of stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my God, did I just miss a meeting? Oh my God. It just wears me down. So I have to put it on there because it's too many.
And
I'm
thinking
trying to
what
keep
day of
up
the
with it
week?
throughout the day.
Exactly.
Huh?
And what day of the week is this?
I know.
And yes, am I supposed to be on at 8 or is it late in the day? Oh, it's not today, it's tomorrow, So I understand.
Oh my God. So please. I'm like, did I see it asked me to do a presentation about STEM Atlanta and all of our programs. And they said they wanted to support STEM Atlanta. And
Yeah.
I'm like, did I do that? I don't think I did that.
Okay. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, see if she sent me an invite or something. And I'm like, if I did it, I've done it so many times. I'm
Okay.
like, forgot that I did the presentation, but I know she wanted me to do it for you guys so that y'all understand
And you,
exactly what
and
we're
you
doing.
did, look, you did do a presentation for us.
I did.
Yes. And it was tremendous to show the work that you're doing and your background and everything. Yes, you did do a presentation.
Okay, good. I showed you all the programs and the partners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It
I'm
was
thinking I forgot that I
PowerPoint.
didn't do it.
PowerPoint.
That's Yeah, it was a PowerPoint. Yeah. Very good. Well, she said that they wanted to talk to me that she was going to put together some type of MOU to support STEM Atlanta. And I said that, you know, whatever we want to do internationally,
Okay.
we were trying to put something together
Okay.
relative to us as an organization, as a part of the African group,
Yeah.
the
Well,
Rotary
we're trying
Fellowship.
to get, we're just trying to get legal and get everything right on that right now.
Okay, great. So just let me know whatever y'all want to do, because I was thinking, did I mess up or miss a meeting? That's what I kept thinking about.
You
And
did
if I
that.
did it,
You
okay,
did.
perfect.
Okay. All right.
Well, have a good day. Have a good day and a good Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you.
All right. You too.
All right.
Talk
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.